What up?
What's up, baby?
How you doing?
Not too bad, dude. How about you?
I'm making it. Making it.
You
Been a
at
rough
work?
couple days, but, you know, what can you do?
Yeah. Especially with what you fucking do, man. I can imagine.
Yeah, it's all been like outside stuff. Like it's been, but I'm here for 48, so it makes it worse whenever like outside stuff that I need to be not here for is
Hmm.
occurring. So I'm here today and tomorrow, and
Damn, dude, that sucks.
yeah, but
You have to
it's
work
all right.
Christmas.
Yeah, I went and I did this so I could be off my birthday. So
Nice.
it'll it'd be like I think it's like one of the first birthdays I've had off. So and it seems stupid, but it's nice.
It's the little things, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Scott, are
Ah,
you here?
yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Yeah, look at that.
Cool.
So first. Nope, now we lost you. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was asking Jess, can you make the light not pink, please? Our light is a smart light, and I don't have access to the app. I don't know why I don't, and uh, that's better. Oh,
Oh,
oh, that's like a sexy light, like the red
We
one.
need some stripper lighting in here.
I
We can
like it.
that's good. That's good. Thanks, sweetie.
Yeah, that's really setting the mood right there.
Yeah, I'm guessing Zach's working.
Yeah, it's actually at work.
Mm.
He said he has a
Whew.
Well,
48 he's got to pull, so
oh, gross, gross.
yeah, that doesn't sound
Did you
fun at all.
I've done a couple of those. Is that ice cream? Oh no, is that
It
be? I thought
would
that
Dude,
was
be
ice
so
cream.
much cooler.
Yeah.
I would die for some fucking ice cream, dude. I, I, God, when's the last time I even had some? Like a legit. There's this one Montana brand of ice cream out here. It's called Wilcoxon's. It's literally, I don't care where you are, everybody has it. It is so damn good, dude. There's this one. It's called um. Oh God, what is it? What is it called? I don't know, but it's like the cinnamon one. It has like graham crackers in it. They had it in
Mm,
our freshman cafeteria when I was in college, dude. God, I got fat from that real quick.
This
I'm sure.
is what I got waiting at home.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
is
Christmas
that
tree
little?
cake ice cream, Little
Yeah,
Debbie's.
little
okay.
Debbie's.
I'm a whore for Christmas tree cakes, first of all, but then like it's literally like somebody just put a Christmas tree cake in ice cream with sprinkles and stuff, and then was like stirred it up. Oh, so good. It's so good. It's
Was it you
amazing.
that brought up the Christmas trees last time?
Probably, yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
we don't have that up here. I've never heard of that until the last podcast.
You
yeah,
don't
I've
have
never heard of it
Christmas tree
either.
cakes?
No,
No,
I never heard about it until you talked about it last time.
God, that libtard state. That's
um,
Yeah,
un-American.
pull up a picture, dude. Like, yeah, like I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, hold on.
God, maybe we do. We just have no idea like what our culture calls it.
Like, I mean, I
Our
don't really know what
culture.
else you call it. Like, it's Christmas tree cakes. Like, it's literally the words on there. I don't think you could like make up a different word for them. So that's the box that you'd see in the store.
Dude, yeah, no. Have you seen that before, Scott?
no, I mean maybe if I really look, but they're not like advertised at all.
Yeah,
God,
no,
they're everywhere. Well,
Yeah.
everyone down here is just white trash, and little Debbie is like the like cornerstone of white trash. So like maybe that's it. I don't know.
We've got like the oatmeal cream pies up here.
yeah,
That's kind of what when I think of Little Debbie, that's what we've got. But I think that and ho-hos aren't Little Debbie, right? No, those are
No, hostess.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 I'm
Oatmeal
not
cream
truly a
pie
pie
is
kid.
like the end level of white trash treats. So I think like they got oatmeal pie cereal and stuff down here.
What?
Oatmeal pie ice cream. Like it's garbage, but they're selling it because it's got oatmeal pie on it. Like both of them are garbage. But
man, I want to be white trash. This is bullshit. Oh,
That's
dude,
wild. Yeah, we don't have anything like that up here.
dude,
that's
I'm gonna get so fat in Florida then. Oh my God, this is gonna be great.
yeah, it's gonna be easier, bud.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, birds and cow. We're getting to 300 real quick, baby. I love that.
Blood glucose like 130 every morning. It's fine.
It's
That's what
just
your
a number.
boss coach said, right, Alex?
Yeah, no, that's fine, dude.
Yeah,
Wake up at 110. Yeah, dude, you're good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
normal.
you're fine. You're fine.
Fuck.
that's a little insulin can't fix.
Yeah, dude.
I remember when you said that when you were like, "Oh yeah," he said it's fine. I'm like, "No, it's not."
Probably just cortisol.
Yeah, that's all.
You live and learn with coaches, man. You live and learn.
That's that's true.
Just don't have three shitty ones in a row, Zach. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I've
How,
been I've only had two. Well, I had one shitty one, and then I guess I had three because I had one shitty one, and then I had myself, and then I had Shane Hughley, which was even worse. So yeah,
why
he
was
was
Shane bad?
Shane.
Not that we need to get into it.
What is it? Do you like? Do you want to go there?
I don't know. It's yeah.
We can
Like,
talk about
Okay.
shitty coaching experiences. I'm all for it, dude.
yeah.
I got
I
fucking
don't
plenty.
care. Like, I mean, this is a literal personal experience. It's not like I'm talking shit. Like, it's the facts of the matter are. I started with him, and like it was basically how it goes or how I went then. I don't know how he is now, but it would be like you sent your check in. I was doing it like checking in on a Sunday. And so I would send my check in, and like I would get a text message. I think it was Monday afternoon. It was always around the same time. Like we don't have to really dive into like I thought the workout plan was very vanilla, but like high volume. Like you were being the gym, like if you were cruising, you were in the gym an hour and a half, hour 45,
Mhm.
like doing everything you can to get through the workout. Um, so I mean, like they were vanilla. Like I didn't. Now it's not something anywhere close to what I would give anyone or train anyone. Um, but like he was very high protein diet. And again, like not knowing your client kind of thing. So I feel like it was another vanilla style thing. He had me eating like 225 grams of meat like in 6 meals, which I just can't handle. My digestive tract doesn't handle it. It's better now, but like back then, like I might have been a buck like peeled out of my mind. I might have been a buck 85, buck, 87.
That's
So I
some
just didn't have the
protein.
tissue to even like to need that type, amount of protein. So what ended up happening was my GI tract got so crazy bad. And again, this is before like this whole year and a half of like everyone gut health, gut health, gut health. Um, I just thought it was normal because I was eating a bunch of food. And so like my bloat got so bad that I couldn't wear a belt at the gym, and I was in so much pain, and it actually caused me to tear an umbilical hernia.
Oh,
after a
good.
few weeks of me explaining things to him of, it's not getting better, or like my bloat's still bad. It was always kind of flushed, shoved off. And so like, no matter what I sent in the check-in, it would be like Monday, he'd text me and it was always the same. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, I'm good. You know, so and so. And he'd be like, all right, well, sorry your check-in. Leave things the same, or I'm sending you another diet. That's literally all I got. So Lindsay was actually working with him too at the time, because it was always her dream for us to have the same coach, and God love her. So she was like starting to prep with him, and we were like planning to go out to Utah to do his show that all of his girls do and all this stuff. And like, I tore that hernia, and I wrote this like long email. I had went to the doctor. He told me I couldn't train. He told me I was going to have surgery possibly. Like, I couldn't even sit and keep it in. Like, it was bad. And so I like wrote this long email out telling him all that stuff. And he texted me on Monday and was like, hey, how's it going? And I said, well, if you saw my email, it's not really going that great. He said, yeah, well, just keep things the way they are. And I was like, nah. He just said that. And then like, so I stopped checking in. I didn't even say anything back to him. Stopped checking in. And like a few weeks later, like a month and a half later, he was messaged Lindsay and was like, hey, I haven't heard from Zach in a while. And I was like, you can tell him whatever you want. And she was like, yeah, he's just done with this. And he goes, it didn't feel like you were giving him much attention, and he's, having to have surgery or thinking about having surgery. And so he can't afford a coach right now. And he was like, oh, okay, we'll give him my best. And like, so like, I hate him. And then to make it even worse, like Lindsay was prepping, and like we were 4 weeks out and we were not close. Like 5, maybe it was 5 or 6 weeks out, but still, we were not close. And like, she texted him and was like, hey, like, I needed my suit stuff. Like, are we in a good spot? Because I don't feel like I'm in a good spot. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's right. You're doing the show. And so basically, he took her to no fat. He went from like, we were kind of doing a little cardio to having food to basically she was eating 60 grams of 60 or 70 grams of protein, a veggie, and no fats. And that was her plan for her meal plan at I think it was 5 or 6 weeks out. And he bumped her to 2 hours of cardio a day, like that. And she tried, and it was just a basic crash and burn scenario of her saying that she had to back out, and we ended up having to cancel everything because we were flying out there and all this stuff. And it was just an absolute fiasco. And my wife she's amazing at writing emails that are like so sincerely sweet, but make you feel like the biggest piece of shit on the planet. And she wrote one of those to him, and oh, it's so great. I still have it somewhere. It like literally, it was like one of those sit downs you have with your mom, where you just feel like she's so disappointed in you in every way, but it was your fault, and you feel really that she's totally right. It was like just perfect. And so I haven't spoke to him since then, but anytime that name is brought up, just like, steer clear, bud. anyone but there, so. But I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of money that he makes and the amount of people that he's like, with shows and stuff. Like, people say that, and I'm not, people say that, like politics and stuff aren't there, but you can't tell me that they aren't whenever he doesn't do much at shows unless it's at, Universe or something like that. And all of a sudden he gets 10 pros. Like, not saying that they weren't good, but just seems odd. But
that is some horseshit. Wow.
Yeah. So that's my Shane Dukley story.
Dude, it's the fact that there's so many fucking people like that out there that just keep
Dude,
getting away with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%.
Did he have you in a contract or anything?
No. And that was the
Yeah.
crazy shit too. Is like, and I've heard this from other clients and stuff, is that like he doesn't even have it as a renewal thing, or he didn't used to. Like I knew one of the girls that was with him for 3 years and she paid him one time for 6 months. Like he's got so much business he can't even keep up with people paying him, which is just,
Mind blowing.
yeah.
Yeah, no, no, thank you. I mean, I get the money, but like, fuck that. Like, that
Oh
sounds
yeah, no,
horrible.
I'm not saying that that's
Yeah,
what I'm in this for, wanting this to be, but like
yeah,
to be able to tell me that if there's one, I'm sure there's multiple, but you're bringing in so much a month that you don't notice $1,500, or over a 3-year period, that's $5,000.
yeah.
Like I mean, that's that just means, like, if you put that on a scale, that means that it has to be pushing 50 to 100K a month for that not to even be a phase, you know, which is just insane. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. What gets me with coaches is like big coaches or big coaching conglomerates like that is when they have people under contract where it's like, oh, you got to sign this contract for, 6 months or a year. And it's like, why do you, for a bodybuilding thing where you're trying to help someone, why the fuck do you have to have them under contract?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
then I get it if you pay up front, but it's like, if the only option is to pay monthly, but then you're in a contract and if you leave,
Yeah.
like what, like that's just stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. I I have like a written, or I did with district, where yeah, like it's a 3 month, contract, but I like never held anybody to that shit. Like
No, it's yeah,
it is more of just for like, hey man, give me 12 weeks to see if we can make something happen.
yeah,
By 12 weeks, I know if we're gonna work or not. And there's no
yeah,
point in me wasting your money or my time,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I do like a expectation thing, like when I send it to people of like what I'm kind of looking for, but I never do like a contract or anything. But
Yeah.
like some contracts I've seen where it's like, oh, if you do this or do this or do this, it's like it's just I bodybuilding is very serious. All three of us take it very seriously, but it's
Mhm.
not. It doesn't need to be a
This is
life
a
binding
hobby.
thing.
End of
Yeah,
the day, this is a hobby.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's super cool that I can help support my family and do something that I love to do and help people out in the process. Man, that's freaking amazing. But this is the hobby. Like, you know, even, I mean, I'm not big or anything, but hopefully, like, if I'm ever am, like, you're still going to expect that there's going to be this, and through the whole thing, because it is a hobby. This is a luxury, you know.
yeah.
And I mean, people fall. I lose people during holidays. Well, that's money that they probably want to spend on their family. Like, I get that shit, you know.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the key takeaway is that it's a freaking luxury, man. Like,
Yeah,
not
100%.
everybody gets to fucking do this shit.
No,
You know
hundred
what I
percent.
mean? Like there's freaking kids that can't even have anything. I'm just over here just mowing down of
Yeah,
rice 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying?
right.
This
Some
isn't
of us
wine,
are
by the
eating
way.
6 McGriddles in the morning. Like,
yeah. That's right. It was five, but yeah,
Uh, that's not a
so
luxury. That's important. We need that.
that is important. We need that. I need that.
Uh,
I think I honestly think that's what gave me my migraine. I got my second migraine I've ever had in my entire life on Monday night, the day after I had those or five McGriddles, and it was like a full. It started like here. I texted my wife Monday night. I was like, I think I'm getting a migraine, and the next day my whole body like just felt sore. And yeah, I think my body just rejected the McDonald's that I had, first McDonald's in like 7 years. It was
it's
just
all
like,
that
no, no, no.
MSG, that
Yeah,
MSG in there,
probably.
bro.
It's
probably.
because you didn't have six. You stopped at five. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I got to four. I housed four pretty good, and then the fifth one I kind of saved for like about an hour later, and then I
Yeah, that was
finished
the
that one.
problem.
I was like, there's no way I can get to six. Like, there's no way. So yeah, I didn't. That's why. If I got to six, maybe that migraine would have turned into
Your
like
ears bleeding.
a yeah, my yeah, or like a stroke. Yeah, it would have turned into a stroke. But I would have thought that I was like hallucinating because it was so great, but I'm actually just like stroking out on the fucking.
Oh my God. I still need to do a McGriddle this week. I'm slacking.
Yeah, you do. A McGriddle a day keeps the doctor at bay, right?
I gotta get that BG number back up. It's getting too low.
That's right. With the hot cake sauce or the hot cake syrup.
Hmm.
Hmm. No, no. Oh, stop it. Sorry. Geodes. We left Geode all day. We had like a recital, and so now he's being a pain in the ass. Is it snowing there at all, Alex? Sorry, that's my ADD brain. But
Dude, so it's
So,
actually hit record highs this entire time. It's been like
oh,
60 degrees.
what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. It's been weird. Like we had a pretty decent blizzard at like I think like beginning of October or like middle of October. Ever since then it's been like 50, 60, sunny. It's been super
That's strange.
it's super fucking weird, dude. Typically it's like zero or like towards the beginning of January it's like -10, -20. You hate your life.
it's
But
trying to play with your mind. This is mind games. They're in your head, you're like, you know what? It's actually not that bad living up here. It's kind of just 60 degrees. I can deal with this.
hey, babe, we can
December.
stay here. Yeah, it's fine. It's not that bad. Well, watch. We'll try
100%.
leaving. We'll get all the U-Haul packed up. It'll be a fucking blizzard out or something.
Oh, hands down. It's all this is your fault that it's happening.
You're right. You're right. But
Last year was the year it got down to like -30, and then a day later was up to like +30, right?
yeah, that
Like
was
it was,
nuts.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
absolutely nuts. That fucked up a lot of shit.
yeah,
You want to see some pipes get fucked up? That's how you fuck up some pipes, dude.
yeah. I remember there was a good amount of flooding, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, that's right. Like the Yellowstone flooded last year too, and everything. That was freaking nuts. Or Zach, dude, I don't know if you ever saw pictures of that, but like our whole entire farm, dude, it was literally beachfront property outside my door.
No way. That's crazy.
Like the cow, like we had to go try and move some cows and shit. They're up to your chest, dude. It was absurd.
Jesus.
And the
And that's
the
just the
river is like
snow
a good,
mountain, the snow melting on the mountains.
yeah, dude.
That's
Literally,
crazy.
it was wild. We live like a good half a mile, if not more, away from the river, dude. And like, I shit you not, up to my fucking chest.
Holy cow.
Firehouse.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. And then
Did I
this year
ever
it's
tell you
just
about
nice and
my
safe.
did I
Go
ever
on.
tell you about my water rescue flood thing that I had when I was a firefighter for like 3 months?
I don't think
No.
so.
So so I was I was at a volunteer department up north here, and I had been a firefighter for like 4 months, and this was like January 2020, and everyone was out doing a training, and so it was me and the fire chief out there at the time on shift because it was such a small department.
Mhm.
And the fire chief, he was a cop before. He didn't have any like fire experience as far as I'm aware of. And so it was me and
The
him, and he was,
chief?
yeah, the fire chief.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And yeah, and there was we had this flood, and the Nooksack flooded, and there was just obviously water everywhere, and someone got swept away into a berry field. And so we drove the engine out into the water on the road, like, and the water was like up to my hip. Like we drove the engine out. We used, because we didn't have a water rescue boat or anything, we grabbed one of the neighbor's boats down the street, tied it onto the engine with non-life safety rope, and I lowered the fire chief down to with the rope, like down to the dude who was in the berry field, and the water was rushing like 15, 20 miles an hour. And I'm standing there in my bunker pants, which is what obviously you don't do that in rushing water. And we finally got the dude, and obviously the dude wanted to he was freaking out, so he wanted to get out of the boat and almost flipped the boat over. And we did all the things that they say do not fucking do in any sort of water rescue or any sort of firefighting book, where it's like, hey, don't put on your no, don't wear bunker gear in rushing water, don't do non-life safety rope on your neighbor's fucking boat. We ended up getting the guy, so it was great, but it was like we did like and I was like 4 months in, and I'm not going to say, hey, I'm not comfortable with this to the fire chief, but
Oh
we
yeah.
we got we got the guy, so it's like not yay, but still, like looking back, it's like that was really dumb. Stuff it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the fire service.
It is.
As long as you'll get back and somebody will be like, hey, that was stupid.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, it worked,
But it
so
worked.
nobody but yeah.
Yeah.
But did you
That was
die?
a good time.
But like in that moment, like what else are you gonna do, man? Like,
That's true.
and that's not your fault. Like you've been in for a little while, like, and your
Yeah.
fire chief is
Yeah.
so like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like swiftwater rescues, like that's hard. Like all that
Yeah.
stuff is ridiculously hard. And like that I suck. Like knots and pulleys and all that stuff. Like
I'm so bad at that.
Tie a lot, boy. Tie a lot. Cause I
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
I tried to get better, but I don't my CTE, I guess. I don't know. I cannot remember to tie knots. Like I'll like go to a rope. I've taken 2 rope classes now, and I literally start over every time I go to another rope class. They're like, you don't know how to do a figure 8? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I'll figure it out. Like, so I mean, it got the job done. That was like I got in trouble like one of the rope classes I took, like because they're like doing this simulation and this person's down in this ravine, and it's like it's pretty steep, but like no part of me in any point would have been like, all right, we need to set up a 3-way pulley system, and we need to lower me down and then bring the Stokes basket, and like let's strap them in the Stokes basket, and then we'll convert over to a Z rig and pull them up, and like all this other stuff. I just would walk down there and grab the person and walk them back up. Like I'll just carry them. Like it's fine. Like if you want to tie a rope to me, like here, I'll put a rope around my stomach. Like it's cool. Like, and so like I was like, we're standing there like for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, dude, this is stupid. Like I could have already gone and got the person. And so I just tied a rope around my neck or around my stomach and like tossed the rope to my buddy. It was life safety rope at least. And just started walking down, and like the instructor lost his mind. And so I almost failed, but I didn't fail. So it was cool.
Awesome.
C plus.
Yeah, right? Pass is a pass.
Yeah, dude.
I was at a station with a bunch of really good rescue techs when I was down south, and I'm horrible with knots and I'm horrible with all that stuff. And I would try to help them with their drills and stuff. And it's pretty basic knots, but they'd be like, "Do this and this." I'm like,
yeah, it's one of the things. I think there's like 2 people. Like you either get knots and all that systems, or you don't. Like there's not like a middle where I'm like, I'm okay at it. Like you're either really good or you're just terrible.
Yeah.
Like the dots don't connect.
Yeah.
No, all these fucking farmers know all these different knots, dude. I'm just like, just carabiner it. Well, we're good. We'll be fine. Too many
Good with
farmer
muscles.
knots.
That's about it.
I know how to move shit. That's all I'm used for. Is to wrestle freaking cows to the ground. That's about it. That and my good looks. That goes without saying, right? It's the mustache.
Yeah.
Your mustache at the gay Starbucks you go to.
Dude. It's getting bad, dude. So some of these guys like this I literally ordered these coffees today, and this guy's like, so what are you doing with the rest of your day? I'm like, the fuck, dude? I just want my Americano. I'm like, I'm just gonna go home and try and have a good day. Well, I hope you have a really great day. Here you go. I'm like, either I look like I'm depressed or like dudes love me or
You look
something.
like Jack
Look like
Fred
a piece of
Jack
meat.
Jack Freddie Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's got to be the mustache.
Oh, it's 100%. I mean, that's mustache has been the kind of calling card since the 80s. So,
I'm just glad it's
we've
finally
tried
worked.
we've tried to make it manly, but it still is the number one calling card.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I don't get hit on by women, so I'm like, you know, it's a win. I got dudes now. We'll be good. And I'm already married.
Yeah,
I'll take the win.
no. I feel like it's a positive. I feel like it's a positive. I personally like to know that I always have options. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to go down that path, but maybe in 5 years, that's what I might want. And I could go either way.
Sexuality is
So
a
I
spectrum,
got
right?
them both ways. I just feel like you can look at this negative or you can look at it positive. Dudes want me too. Great. If I ever think about sucking a dick, I'm sure there's one right on the corner.
Exactly. Exactly. Take notes, Scott. Take notes, dude.
That's right.
You're still young.
That's right.
You gotta figure
I
this
am
out.
young.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, I'm married, so I don't think I'll be sucking any dicks anytime soon. Jess gave me a very big glare on that one. Probably
Never say
starting a
never.
sentence with, yeah, probably with a starting a sentence with, unfortunately, I'm married doesn't really go very well.
No, that didn't go well.
We love you, Jess. Don't worry.
They say they love you, honey.
At least I do.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know that I love you.
He says, okay.
Um, Dude, Zach, when's the last time you went and got a coffee somewhere?
uh Yesterday.
Can you explain to me how a fucking shot of espresso with coffee is $5?
Because, man, you're paying for that good. They're paying for that goody good. Why do you think
If
that guy was flirting with you? He wanted you to come back.
you know what, you're paying for the experience. You're right.
You're obviously paying for the experience. That's basic. You basically are involved in kind of a escort style ring now that you've bought, because you were buying his attention. Okay, so that's a form of prostitution.
No, I never thought I would find prostitution at my local grocery store or Starbucks, but hey, you
Hey,
know,
I did my final in criminology in college about how everyone uh was involved in some sort of prostitution because they did this association with whether you take a girl to the bar and you buy her a drink. The only thing you're trying to do is get in her pants. So you're paying for the sex, but through objects, which is prostitution. And every female wants a guy to buy them drinks because they know that that's what the guy's buying them drinks, so they'll sleep with them. And so, like, I literally went through person by person in the classroom in this presentation and went through hey, in the past week, is this person have you had a man buy you a drink? And they'd be like, yeah. And I was like,
you're a
prostitute.
prostitute.
And I'll go to the next. Yeah, my professor didn't really like that, but it was great. And there was there was zero holes in it. I had gotten studies and stuff done, and you could not penetrate. It was so true to the fact. It just was how I was looking at it. And I ended up getting an A on it, but she made me stop the presentation 3/4 of the way through.
Awesome.
Can't believe she didn't like that report.
No, I mean, maybe
If it was a
it
male
used to
teacher,
be
you'd probably been
I
like,
don't
yeah,
know.
right, damn right.
Damn, Zach, that's two teachers that don't like you in like a span of 5 minutes here. So
Hey, I never really had many that did. I only had one. I
you're
only
just
had
thinking
one.
outside the box, dude.
Yeah, I only had one, but that's not a story for this podcast.
Oh well, look who we got here. We got the freaking national level coach in here now.
Yep.
Oh hell. Oh hell.
Top 5 in the nationals.
5, baby.
I'm not dropping anymore. I've got a chauffeur. I've hired her.
Yep.
We're good to go. Big time in now.
Yep.
Mr. Big Time.
Picked up 13 clients on the way home.
How was it?
It was good. That was probably the best run show I think I've ever been a part of. Just organization wise, how they moved through everything. I thought we weren't going to get out of finals till like 10 o'clock. They finished finals in like 2.5 hours and we were out of there.
Damn.
Like the entire women's finals. It was impressive. But it was a lot of fun. Stressful, but fun.
You did it great. You did great, buddy.
Wasn't bad.
Hey, I mean, fuck, dude. Top 4 for your first national show. That's fucking badass, man.
Yeah, I will. Especially like I said, when we started in November, and I was like, oh well, we're not gonna go, and we ended up there. I'll take that all damn day. So, and she had it like, I hate when they're upset. If they're upset, I'm upset. And once she settled in and like reality struck, then I was good. But she definitely got off stage upset, and I tried to steer that like positively, and it took a little bit of time, but she came around and she's happy.
Well, it's just a big, like, just because I know some intricacies of what's occurred in the past 4 weeks, like, I think that she could have finished dead last or first, and it'd have been this kind of the same reaction. I feel like it was such an adrenaline dump, like all the way around. Like, I'm sure that nothing could have been right, you know?
Dude, post prejudging, she took like a 3-hour nap. Like, just everything crashed. Like, I fed her and she went to bed, and just like, I was messaging Preston because I went back to the show. I had a bikini girl I was helping, not my client, but I was just helping out a little. And he kept messaging me. He's like, dude, she is out, like cold. That adrenaline just all dumped, and she was ready to sleep.
That's the
But
best.
She's highly competitive too. So, I mean, anyone that's highly competitive, you don't get the result that you're looking for or want, then you're a little upset, at least at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I hopefully she's learned or come to terms with like how big that was. Like, your first national show, you won your overall this year. Like, been a big year. It's huge.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I tried to like, as soon as she got off stage and was upset, I was like, you do realize like this is the biggest national show of the year, and you just got top 4. We thought maybe third. Like, you're 2 spots away from what would be a pro card spot. Like, you're that damn close in 1 year. We just started last December. We're a year in here. Like, that's a hell of a first year for anyone. And I think like once she calmed down, got off stage, and got like, it took like 30 minutes, and she like came to terms with it and was like she's very happy at this point. It just took a little bit of time. But anytime any of my athletes get off stage, and I'm sure all of you guys too, anytime they get off stage and they're upset, you're immediately upset. You're like, well, fuck, they're upset, I'm upset. So once that cleared, we were good.
Yeah.
How did Berzikot's people do? I haven't seen any updates or anything. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah, I don't think they went the way
Great.
that
Yeah.
I don't think it was what he wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know he had
I watched all the guys today. Go ahead, Kyle.
I think a petite girl got 3rd or 4th, and he had a bikini girl that I think got 2nd or 3rd call outs. And then Zach watched Tavish today. I didn't get to see Tavish go.
Oh yeah, how'd Tavish do?
He was on the outside of 2nd call outs.
Fuck.
I'll do. I mean, it's a live stream. I felt like the judging was kind of inconsistent at times. Um, I don't know. Supers the either whoever was first or second. There was two guys. Obviously two guys split in the middle. One of them had a saggy ass, like straight up, and I really don't think that it would have been that much better in person. Like, because the other guy you could see, like the other guy that was in the top two, like he was diced, but like the guy next to him that they had in top two, like legit, he was hard as nails from the front and looked really good. When he turned to his back, like his ass was literally like he had fat underneath his ass. Like,
Damn.
I don't know if it was like just poor Pete, but the way he was everywhere else, I would just say that may have been his problem spot. But I don't know. It was just the first call out was odd. There was a couple that I kind of saw coming, but then like they had one guy in there that I felt was really small. Like he was in shape, but he didn't have like a great aesthetic shape, in my opinion. He's got very narrow clavicles and he looked like a light heavy compared to everybody else. But like he was in first call outs, and then like everyone else in second, like Tavish, like I'm sure he's kind of has that Ian Vier effect where he looks better in person. So I know that. I know how fucking inside out he was. And he's just gargantuan. Like he's so wide. He has to turn to go through doorways. Like if you saw the story I posted, he's walking like he is this wide. Like he is legit this wide. And I felt like he was just gargantuanly bigger than a lot of people that were in that call out. But there was like 8 folks in the call out and he was on the far end. So I was watching the judge's head, and they, unless they were peering with their eyes, which they couldn't because it was too far over, they just never looked over that way to move him forward, in my opinion. But I don't want to say that he was overlooked, or I'm not going to play that game. I just thought the judging was kind of weird today. Even in Classic, I was looking at some stuff and I'm like, granted, I'm not there, so maybe it's different in person.
I will say I don't know how it came across on the live stream. I took one photo of Tanya in prejudging, and I just put my phone away. I was like, it's not worth it. Like they with that LED backdrop, it looked like absolute junk. It didn't do her any justice to like what she looked like on like. I mean, Zach saw the pictures that I was sending. Like, if I sent one from the stage, it looks like she's just like washed out, watery, like nothing looked good. So I just put my phone away. I wasn't going to take another photo. So I don't know how it came across in the live stream, but I know it probably wasn't doing the justice of like I saw a picture of Anton, that guy from Classic, that was posted. Someone took it from, I don't know if it was the crowd or what, but he looked like smooth as a damn seal. And then someone posted a backstage shot of him flexing, and I was like, he is not smooth. He is fucking ripped.
Yeah.
So
and
I
it
think
was
the
just,
live stream.
It could, but like some of the people I was watching stand next to each other, and it could just be skin texture, because some people have that super thinner skin, thicker skin, and it could have been that and just mixed with the lighting. But like you'd have 2 people standing next to each other, and one is like just dick skin, and the other one just smooth. And you're like, how are they comparing these 2 people, especially when they're in the middle of the first call outs? Like, I just like, what are we comparing off of? I just felt like that was, there was so much difference, where because usually you're like, okay, well, everybody's out of shape, maybe, but then there's like this like downward slide as you go through the call outs, where I felt like in some of the call outs, it was like every other one, or 2 of the 6 or 3 of the 7, were like just didn't look. You turn around the back and they're like, what is this? Like they'd be hard up front, and then from the back, and maybe it was just, maybe they were inching the line and it was some down lighting that was doing it, but it was just weird. And they wasn't like they would change when they'd move spots, but again, it's still a fucking live stream. I'm definitely no judge, and I'm definitely looking at a 13-inch computer screen. So
even in person though, we bought VIP tickets. I was first row VIP, like as close as you could possibly get to the stage. Now the judges are still probably another 10 feet in front of me, but there were definitely some with the females yesterday where all of us looked at each other and we're like, really? Like,
Yeah.
how did that person just beat that person? And you're just like wondering did I overlook something, or what are
Yeah.
they picking, or what I like trying to figure out what they were using for their decision basis yesterday. I don't think there was a ton of misses, but there were definitely several people that we looked at and were like, wait, how?
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if that's the 10, 15 foot back that we were from the stage that things were different, but in person, I agree with you. There were definitely some decisions made where I looked and I was like, I mean, like you said, I'm not a judge, but
I
I
just want to
can look at
understand.
things and
Like, I
yeah, I
need to
can look at
understand, like, because it kind of is my job to hopefully send people in the direction that the judges, want. But like,
what are you looking for at that
what are
point
you
that
looking
like,
for?
yeah.
You know?
And nationals, they always say show up fucking peeled and you'll be rewarded. So, but
Yeah.
there were
Well,
definitely some where I looked at and I was like, you are not peeled, but you're getting rewarded here.
yeah, that was kind of what I felt too. But you know, I don't know. It was huge. There was, and there was 40 dudes in every class today. Every
Stacked.
class. Like,
Dude, fuck. There were so many people, and they were, yeah.
I
Bikini D
can't
had
imagine
50
looking at all
girls.
those people. Like, I just can't.
There was a bikini class H or whatever it was. I was like, and there's probably like 30 girls in each class. Like
Yep.
bikini fucking H. Like as a judge, how do you look at that and be like, eventually at some point by the second call out, you're just like putting people next to each other and being like, fucking go. Like just
Yeah.
go. And that's how you make it like a 2.5 hour show when you have 500 competitors. You're just like,
Yeah.
go, next,
Yep.
next, right? Like the first call out, sure. But everything else is like, it's fine.
Yep.
When they were doing those first comparisons for like bikini class D, they would just bring like 10 girls on stage at once, spin them around once or twice, and then they introduced them individually after. But they pulled like a line of 10 girls out, and I was like, okay. Pulled a line of 10 girls out, and I was like, okay. And then it got past the third line, and I was like, how many fucking lines do we have? They had 50 girls on stage for bikini class. It was either D or E. And I was like, I texted Matt, I was like, this is you have to go through 50 girls individually and then 5 call outs. Like bikini took hours.
That's wild. Hi, buddy. Hi.
I think I took Tanya back at I think it was 1:30 to like go take a nap, look at her one more time and feed her. And I came home with the bikini girl I was helping was H or no, she was F. So right before the end, or G, sorry, G. She was right before the end, and we got back at 4 p.m. and we
Damn.
left at the start of bikini.
I will say I this is the first year I kind of paid attention to bikini a little bit. I kind of like the direction that it was going. Like it actually looked kind of like bikini again to me, and not super like overly hard like it's been the last couple of years. And it might just because it's a amateur level show still, but it looked better a little bit this year. I don't know how it looked in person, but
They rewarded some of that softer look. Like I think the girl that ended up winning the overall had not. I don't want to say soft. She was still fairly hard, but there were definitely some harder girls on stage. But they still were for being that hard. In my opinion, they were still rewarded for coming in hard. But I think that they just gave. I think they gave the overall to something that fit more of like their mold of the direction they say they want to go. But the hardness was not. It wasn't like, oh, you're too hard. You're not first or second. It they definitely rewarded it.
huh. Apparently
But you
Gio's
had to
really
have like
interested
it
in
wasn't. You
bikini.
couldn't just be hard. You had to have like the hardness plus the shape that they're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw with a lot of the classic guys today was like shape was a really big deal. Like maybe they weren't as hard, but like and that's classic in general, I guess. But like there were some guys up there that's like, oh, the condition wasn't as great, but like their shape was fucking ridiculous. And that's what's crazy about classic is like these people that are coming out of the woodwork that have like this big of waist and like ginormous shoulders.
Did you see
Yeah.
the light heavy, the black dude who he was like one of the third or fourth to come out, who literally his shoulders were like so wide, like he was insane. He wasn't very big, and I think he got second call outs, but like his shoulder to waist ratio was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I think I sent you the video, didn't I, Kyle?
Yeah, I agree with you. He is wide as a brick shithouse for as small as he is, because like you expect to see that on like a 6'2" dude, but you don't expect to see it on someone with that small of a frame. And then that tiny of a waist to like back it up.
And like it doesn't even do it justice on here. Let's see if I can stop it. So you can kind of see when he hits his back double how wide he is,
Oh damn! Look at that waist.
but his
What the
waist is
fuck?
non-existent. And like he
And his
has
back
these
needs to
huge
come
cap
up, but
shoulders.
that
Like
dude's gonna be dangerous in a few years. Jeez.
I didn't see if he did classic, but you can like see him walk up. Like I missed when he walked up, but he was so wide. He has these like you can see his shoulders are so capped, and he was so wide and so small. Like it was wild. Like he walked out, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Like I don't know if he did classic or not, but because I missed some of it because I was trying to do a functional workout, and um, but he was nutty. Like it was crazy to see. Hey, puppy.
Yeah, he's being a fucking psychopath right now. He just like
He's
because
gonna love dad.
we were gone all day, and so he's just like, pay attention to me, and yeah, he's just all over me.
Hi, Brat.
It's my chauffeur.
Yeah.
I had to see the puppy.
Yeah.
She's like, dog. Okay, now I'm interested. You guys are talking about dogs. The whole wiener and food talk and bodybuilding. She's like, whatever.
Puppy.
My dog's sitting in
Yeah.
there watching freaking Seinfeld right now.
Nice.
Dude, oh
Good
my God,
taste.
Hold on. If y'all can see this shit. You see him just fucking down in there?
It's awesome.
Son of a bitch, what are you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. What a lavish style.
Kyle, did you see anyone, like at every national show, there's always someone that shows up like incredibly out of shape. Like there's that big dude like 3 years ago that was like 300 pounds and like clearly didn't diet at all. Was there anyone like that this year?
I mean, I only went to the girl show, so I can't, and I didn't get to watch the live feed today because I was moving around too much and it was just not worth buying. But the girls, there wasn't anyone that was like, holy shit, like, how did you even get here? But there were definitely a couple that were like, didn't just miss conditioning by a little bit, or like they missed conditioning pretty decently. Like, hey, you had like 15 pounds to lose, but it wasn't like the one dude on stage, I think it was from last year or whatever, that was like 300 pounds. Like nothing that grotesque, but I mean, definitely people that I don't know what they were thinking coming.
There were some definite dudes today that I questioned what went through their head. There wasn't any like guys, but
no, nothing grotesque, but somewhere I'm like, why? Why did you come here today?
yeah. And did you actually win a show? If you won a show, like, and who told you this was a good idea? That's the bigger one I want to know. Like, who
was your
told you?
counsel?
Yeah, and you're gonna go kill it.
You always see that with all like those bodybuilder guys, like a dude will just go do that shit. I would love to see just like a bikini athlete show up like 200 pounds, just absolutely
Dude,
huge.
this is probably going to sound pretty bad, but at the last show, here we go.
I love things that start like this.
At the last show that I coached, and I was coaching a bikini girl there, and I was like talking to her, we're kind of looking around. There was not just like a couple, there was a few girls there where it's like their gut was hanging over their number. And I was like, I don't know what your guys' opinion on it is. I feel like in the nightly the night before check-in, they should have like judges in training that look at certain people and like, I'm sorry, like we're gonna put you in a different. And it's not like it was like a transformation category. It was like open, and I get it, it's a regional level show, but it's one of those things where it's like, come on, man, like, can we not do this, please? Like, I don't know, but it was just like sometimes like it's just like what's going on, what's going through the mind right
Yeah.
now,
You just got to take a caliper test before they let you on stage.
right?
I mean, I wouldn't be against that. Like, I mean, I wouldn't. Granted, look, you don't know where anybody's come from, and I always try to preach that as a coach. Whenever you don't like knock it out of the park, but you look back and I'm like, holy crap, we lost 60 pounds, bro, or like we did all these things, but I still feel like, and I don't know, I've been the guy that didn't belong on stage, and it sucked. Like,
Yeah.
I don't ever want ever to have my clients ever to feel that way. And so like, I don't know, like I'd be like, but like from a promoter standpoint, I don't understand like how you could look at that as being like, I don't know how to approach that, but how you could look at it as being good for your show,
Yeah.
Right.
And I get it if it's like you just said, like if man, we lost 60 pounds and like that's still something to be proud of, but that's
Yeah.
not what bodybuilding is, right?
Exactly.
Like it's like, wow, that's great. It's a good goal. But like as a coach, I've told my clients this, I'm never gonna put you on stage if you're gonna be embarrassed to be up there,
Yes.
right?
100%.
Like you just said, I've been the guy, like my first show, I was 6'5" and 210 pounds on stage. And I was like, I was 19, but there like I shouldn't have been there. And I as a coach, I'm never gonna put someone out there that's like, let's say we're 3 weeks out and I know we're not gonna get there. I would tell someone, I'm like, I'm sorry, like let's do another show later. Like, let's say we've done everything. Like I feel like that's just not what bodybuilding is. It's like, oh yeah, I lost 60 pounds. Like that's not what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Scott, you should have told me that when I did that.
I
You
I
dick.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I was coaching at the time, and yeah, well, a good friend would have said that, but it's like that Homelander meme I shared today. Like, I can
You
see your
fat fuck.
fucking girdle. I can see your fucking girdle. Get off the fucking stage.
Um, yeah, speaking of which, like with bad coaches, don't do a 7 week prep after your honeymoon. And
Yeah,
then,
the
yeah,
Sounds
keto
terrible.
prep.
yeah,
Keto
it was
prep.
great. Keto prep coach. That guy was fantastic. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Element, like the electrolyte packet stuff.
No,
No,
like the elemental diet or whatever.
no,
No.
the like salt packets, electrolytes,
Elementi, like L
Elementy,
M
yeah.
N. Yeah, Elementi.
Mm-hmm.
He's not paying attention. Ah, Biggie.
Yeah, he's not
Hey,
really excited that I'm home.
No, he's looking for mom.
Yeah, he's already done with this shit. And mom brought him outside. He's really not happy that it's cold.
If you put on a fucking sweater.
Oh,
He does need his hosting sweater.
Dude, your face has more hair than your dog.
this is gonna sound super. It's kind of homo, but it's straight. What do you do for your beard? Because like
Um, I
like what do you
inject
do?
test every week. Yeah, so my family, like dad doesn't have a beard. No one really in my family, grandpa, none of them have beards. And I think when I started diving into those waters, I got a beard. And that's really all I've done. And then I just get it trimmed so I don't look homeless. That's about it.
Do you with you don't have to name the particular drugs, but are there any drugs that you notice that you grow more facial hair with?
No. Mm-mm.
when I was taking, and Alex knows, when I was taking some of the DHT, like the Primo or Masteron, I grew so much facial hair like so fast, like before I ever have in my entire life. I had my depression beard last year that I didn't keep trimmed, and it was just like, and it grew like way faster than it ever had before. It was fucking weird.
Primo makes the hair like I start shedding out of my like head when I take Primo.
Oh, it did that, but it like out here was it, up my head, my hair was receding, but like this grew like crazy.
On Ace makes my beard black. Like it
Huh.
my normal color is like a reddish brown, but like on Ace, like 2 weeks in, my beard is growing black. It's crazy.
Wild.
I have no idea why, but it's only then. Like I like facial because I get like a full like dark 5 o'clock shadow. Like
Nice.
it was so cool. Like I like trim it in, and you're like, oh wow, that scruff is legit.
What do
Best
you?
part
Yeah, bring
about
the handlebars back, man. Those were great.
it.
That's
Well,
powerful.
I like my wife being married. And
Like,
yeah,
What'd you
you're like,
do?
you
Did
think
you
you're
just
coming near
get
me with
some
that
just
thing?
for? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. She just doesn't like it at all.
There's a
Oh,
I used to work for a company where I was in sales and we wore respirators when we went in attics and such. And I couldn't have a beard, but just to piss my boss off because he wouldn't let me grow a beard, I grew a mustache and he's like, please cut that thing. And my wife also, please cut that thing. Just both of them begging me to cut the mustache so I didn't look like a pedophile, but just full fucking send out of spite.
you
I
said
looked like I raped kids though. It wasn't good.
I mean, just because you have a beard doesn't mean you still don't do that. So I mean,
Look at this.
I look better when I do it though.
it's harder to find you in the crowd.
Exactly. You see the mustache, you're like, that's the guy.
That's got to be the fun guy. The only reason I'm lucky enough to still have mine is because my sister-in-law owns a barber shop, and so she's like, "You have to keep growing this out." I'm like, "All right, sorry, Morgan, I'm just gonna keep growing this."
Yeah, but there's a difference between like you have almost like that there's like a power stash where it's like thick enough and it's got enough like density that you
Power
don't look
bottom.
mine's like kind of thin and doesn't have like yours is like thick. It's like it's the Tom Selleck. That's the word I'm looking for. Like Magnum PI.
That's the
Mine
best
doesn't grow
compliment
that
you
thick.
could have ever given
Doesn't
me right there, baby.
You're gonna go home like tell your wife like Kyle Selleck like Tom Selleck.
Babe, I'm Tom Selleck. Did you hear that?
Who wants a mustache ride?
Oh,
My the guy that I'm working with today, my firefighter today, he has the greatest mustache ever. Like,
Oh, I think I saw he was
yeah, you met
outside one of the
Ryan.
days we passed. Or I
Yeah,
met him, yeah.
yeah.
Powerful.
Ryan has the most powerful mustache ever.
Gotta add 50 pounds to every lift. Got
Bro,
to.
he is just I want to sit on it. Like see if I can find a good one. Here's that's a video. Damn it, Ryan, quit posting.
All right, so Zach won't sit on a dick, but he will sit on a mustache. So let's just put that
That's
for the
right.
record here.
Look at it, Alex.
Don't worry, baby. I'll save you a spot in Florida.
Trying to find his wife's profile.
Oh, speaking of which, Kyle, you
Here's
missed out.
him and his family, but you can see like it is.
Oh fuck!
That's majestic,
It is super
Yeah.
dude.
Oh
God
my
damn.
goodness!
thick. just like so good.
That's delicious.
So
That's delicious.
Absolutely.
oh, here's a good one. Like you can he's scruffy, so it's a little harder. But you can see that thing, that is just
Oh
it is
man.
thick, boy.
Dude, that
Thick.
is phenomenal.
It it is gel. That's why I like I can't compete with that here. And then the stuff I gotta put up with at the house, just like, nah, be all right. Like if I can't have sex. I can't even do anything without my wife telling me I'm creepy. And then I come here, and no matter how much I try, it will never look that good. So just might as well leave it off.
Fair.
Life working against me.
I like the handlebars though. It was a good look.
I felt like I played it well. It just,
Yeah.
you know,
And if you let it grow a little bit, it would have been thick. And
it was pretty thick whenever I had it last year, and it was pretty good, but it was
she protested violently.
it was a long 3 months. I was trying to do it through like an entire prep, and I was trying to get it thick to start prep. And then she was like, if you do that through a prep, she's like, I'm not gonna be around. And I was like, yes, ma'am. I just
Got it tomorrow.
Yes, man.
Everyone always does the mustache for classic, Zach. You got to bring you just straight up classic handlebars. Maybe some mutton chops too, like some muttons to go with it.
Oh,
but
shit.
I legit almost made a post today saying that just because you have a mustache doesn't mean you shouldn't have to dye it. So yes and no, because it's overplayed. Sebum makes everything better, but he also screws everything up too.
Yeah. The amount of kids walking around in hockey jerseys that don't play
oh my
hockey.
God.
Oh,
Where like that all of a sudden. Ugh.
But the amount of mustaches I saw at the gym that everyone was lifting at this weekend, like the amount of mustaches was too high. I'm like, well, you're competing tomorrow in classic. You're competing tomorrow in classic. Just going down the list, like, this is too easy.
Uh,
Oh,
when
what
I
division
grow
are
up,
you? I don't have to ask. I know you have a mustache.
I want to be Chris Bumstead when I grow up.
I mean, I do too, but damn.
Yeah. Poor guy. It's not even like he brings it upon himself. It just fucking happens.
It seems like he doesn't even want that. Like it just seems like he'd rather be left the fuck alone. But then it's like that people are just like the mustache thing or like the hockey jersey thing is just they push into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
Everybody
like he
wants to
tried.
be daddy.
Yeah. Well, it's like he tried doing that fucking mullet thing because, like, I guarantee you, no one
Oh,
wants to wear a mullet, and then next thing you know, all these kids have fucking mullets too.
100%. Daddy does it.
It was quality.
Oh, buddy.
oh, that's good.
Your
Yeah.
wife did not like that.
That's good.
I'll go get
No,
you
that's
paper trail,
good.
dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
it's all right, man. Life's tough sometimes. I'll get over it, I guess.
This was my depression / primo beard.
Oh,
Uh,
there's a lot of networking there.
Go to the right
Yeah.
or left. That's better. Yeah, boy. Bring it back, but don't get depressed.
That was in New York, and my wife said I look like a terrorist visiting the 9/11
yeah, I
memorial.
was gonna say the other side where you look like just a supreme badass that's going to hunt terrorists in Afghanistan. But yes, I can see that too.
Yeah.
He's the one that has to blend in and be one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Team America.
Durka.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
Jesus. As long as you weren't speaking Russian, I bet you would have been okay.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, maybe. So, Kyle, to go back to actual bodybuilding stuff, what's what's her name? Your competitor that you just had?
Tanya?
What's her plan? Is she gonna take like a year? Like, what is she gonna do?
No, I mean, I think that, I mean, with her being as close as she was, I don't think that, and I've sent Zach a ton of pictures. I don't think that the difference, and you guys have seen some of the ones that are online, I don't think the difference between her getting first, second, or like even moving up to third. But I don't think like jumping to what second, like if that same level of competition comes back, I don't think that it's with outside of our realm of possibility to have a really good off season and just show back up there in December and possibly contend for that card. So as of now, unless something changes with her, I think her plan is to she's enjoying yesterday, today, coming back Monday, and I think she's ready to work and wants to dive in, catch some training sessions with me where I know what areas I want to bring up, and I think she agrees. So I think our goal is to dive right back into a good off season and just come back in December.
What does she got to bring up? I didn't really look too
The
deep.
delts, her delts just aren't as round, and they don't cut in. I don't know how much more weight I could have ripped off her to get those arms to pop a little bit more. So I think if we just have a little more muscular development on the shoulders, and then back with, she has a little bit of a wider back, but I think it was one of the things we lost with me pulling as hard as I did at the end to try to get her as lean as I knew we needed to be for what I think you should bring to nationals. We may have lost some of that back density that I know she had. So just building that back density, so maybe we keep a little bit more of it as we get that lean again. Legs, I think her legs are good. They're strong. She has a tiny waist. She has a wide back. It's just not as dense as I think we'd like. So I think mainly we're going to, of course, get judges' feedback and go from there. But I think the two areas I see is I want to get some back density on her, and then build those shoulders up so that they pop a little bit harder and they're rounder. And it's going to make, if I can get her shoulders wider, it's going to make her look wider, and it's going to make that waist that is already pretty freaky, I think, or at least small. It's just going to amplify that even more. So I think we're going to focus on all that and just go back in December and hope we can scoot up into that top two.
Yeah, her quads, cute, buddy. Her quads look really good.
Yeah, she gets really good quad separation, especially when she's full. They go flat, and she holds water in them if she's not. Like I had to have her. She was pretty much laying down all day. But they grab water if she moves around a bunch. So and that's most people, but I noticed she was getting it pretty bad. So I pretty much had her on restriction of not moving.
Yeah, I like based on it sounds like you pulled her down pretty good in the past month. Like that's why I was like, wow, her quads look really good, especially I'm guessing doing a ton of cardio and a bunch of stuff. Like you didn't lose her legs at all. Like they look
We
great.
got up
So
to 100. We almost got up to 2 hours. We were at hour and 50 minutes a day, and we were on no carb for like the last 3-4 weeks.
holy
But
shit.
there were some high days tossed in there, like refeeds, but base diet was low.
Yeah.
Lower than I wanted to be at the end.
Yeah, but hey, made it work. So no, good job, man. That looks really good.
Appreciate it, my man.
Yeah. Yeah. How long has she been lifting for? Like you said, you've been
She
working with her for a
competed
year.
back in. She's military, so I mean
Okay.
they kind of always lift. And she competed back in 2017. She was self-coached. She had her kids, and then when she came to me, I think she had mentioned today was like when she came to me last December, she was trying to do a prep with another coach who was very irresponsible with some things. I kind of cleaned that up, but she was in the worst shape of her. She said it was the worst shape of her life that she's ever been in. And we kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and then she decided she wanted to prep, and we kind of got into a really hard. That's where I thought when we were getting stalled, I thought she was just kind of, her body was just like, hey, we need a break, because the first prep was not easy. She came to me at 16 weeks out and was like, hey, I want to compete at this show. And I was like, we can do it, but it ain't going to be pretty. And we kind of pulled as hard as we could. Got her good, but we pulled another 10 pounds off from that show back in April. Of course, there was a little bit of a break there in between where I tried to feed up a little bit, but competed back in April at 116, and she was 106 at a prep low. She probably wouldn't stage like 108, 109, but we got another 10 pounds off of her from that first show.
Damn. Yeah, she had a hell of a transformation. I think that first post he pushed, and it You can always tell when someone is like being pushed too hard by a coach or something like that. Like that first photo that you did, I think of probably last December. Like she
Yeah.
looked like you said, not like she didn't, you say she looked out of shape or she felt out of shape. She didn't look like that. She just looked like she was tired. Like you can see the base, you can see the muscle, but that's unfortunate to hear that a previous coach is kind of pushing too far deep. And before you got on, we were talking about shitty coaches, but they're out
Well, they
there, man. It
weren't.
kind of sucks.
I don't even think he was hammering her too hard. I mean, he has a very hard training style. I do know that, but it was the drugs where
Well, yeah.
she had never run a cycle before in her life and was on 30 milligrams of Anavar.
Oh,
And had
yeah.
never run a
Yeah.
so she came to me and she told me that, and I was like, she is pretty muscular, so I was like, oh, maybe she's worked up to this and she thinks this is good. And she's like, I've never run a cycle in my life, and I was like, oh fuck me, we're gonna take
Yeah.
that away.
Well, and that's what I was trying to lean to without saying drugs, but like you can always tell when like someone like when I was taking too much, it's like you can look at your body and the body just starts rejecting it, and you can
Yeah,
just kind of see it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. So, well,
Yeah.
no, good job, man. I can't say it enough. So,
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
yep, yep.
I thought she looks great. I thought her coach looked
Thank
good too, but nobody talks about the coach.
you. I know. I try my best to look pretty out there. I can't keep up with Zach though. He gets that monikered, man.
What do you have anybody else early next year here?
Um, I think I counted. I mean, if everyone makes it, I have a few first timers that it's more like a bucket list thing. But I think we'll have like 8 to 10 or so next year.
Fuck yeah, dude. Right on.
Yeah.
Solid. And then Scott, you got a bunch of people for Empire, right? That's what you're working on right now.
Yeah, I've got 6 people for Empire and Emerald, and then right now 3 people for the fall.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, about 8 people for the year if everyone goes through. Right now, the 6 people in prep is they're all obviously going through. We're like 19 weeks out, so it's Taylor, who's this is her second show, and then Christy, her first show with me, but second show overall. David, he switched from being a power lifter to a bodybuilder, and he's taken to it really well. He was going to do classic, but we're going to probably do like welterweight bodybuilding for him. Like he's going to get pretty small.
Mhm.
But he has really good shape. And then Nicole, she's my first time masters bikini. She's the one with abs. Alex, I've showed you her. Like she's like 50
Oh yeah.
with like shredded abs.
Nice.
And then Leslie, who she competed like 10 years ago. And she's friends with Una, and so Una kind of inspired her to compete. So she's competing, and then that guy I sent you yesterday, Alex, that 19-year-old men's physique dude, that like Kyle, we started prep with him last week. I've been working with him for like 3, 4, 5 months and like pushing up his food.
Mhm.
And last week I cardio, like first little bit of prep, you up cardio a little bit and maybe adjust
Yeah.
food like that much. And he lost 5 pounds in a week. And I was like, okay, so we're gonna start doing high days here. We're just gonna like really make sure we don't just like crash you into the fucking ground. Yeah. So yeah, it was literally like a tiny lever pull. It was like, okay, 20 minutes of cardio, a little bit less food, and it was just like, yep, 5 pounds. I was
Congrats.
like, holy fuck, dude. Yeah.
That's good, man. That's exactly what you fucking want right there. Good for that kid.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm really excited for all of them, and it's really fun. It's gonna be a stressful one because they're all doing the same show, but it'll be
Yeah, it'll
good.
be
It's
fun
gonna
for
be
you.
fun. Oh yeah, yeah. Dude, I had my last show. So I had Danny. So Danny's the owner of my gym, and she's a pro. She didn't compete for like 10 years, and then we did her show back in August, September, and I burned, I think, 5,500 calories that day because I was so stressed the fuck out. Like my heart rate was like 130, 140 for the whole day because it was just one person, but I was so stressed because it was like a pro show, and I was like, I don't feel like I should be here. And I'm like backstage, and all these chicks are fucking massive, and I'm just like, I don't know if I should be here. I don't know if I should be here. it turned out okay. But yeah, and then the last show I coached with Una and Lee, like that was just a long day because Lee was in figure and then Una was at bikini D, and that was like 3 4 hours of prejudging, and then finals was like 3 or 4 hours, and I was just like exhausted. So I'm sure the 6 days or 6 people will be super fun, and it'll be 2 shows back to
Oh
back.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be I'll be losing like 50 pounds that weekend.
I don't know about you guys, but I suck at eating when I'm coaching. I'm not good at eating.
Yeah.
I
Priorities.
I take protein bars and try to remember to at least grab one of those.
Yeah, I do that.
I got so used to eating at work and stuff that I just keep it all with me, and like I don't need it warm. I just eat it. And like if I don't eat, like I'm not gonna be worth shit to anyone.
Well, I think part of it is my like when I get amped up or stressed, my appetite goes to absolute like some people get like hungry and they're like, I stress eat. I'm like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to look at food. Fuck this.
Yeah. It was so funny. The last show I was backstage and I had one of my meals, and I was with my bikini client, and it was all these like emaciated looking bikini chicks, and I'm just sitting there with my beard housing like a giant of chicken and rice while they're all like, I don't want to eat too much of a rice cake right now. And like I'm shoving food into my client, and like all the the bikini thing, the classic coach thing is like, just don't eat and just get on stage. And I was like, nope, like eat, it's fine. And then I'm sitting there housing food. And all these bikini girls are just like this small, like in the corner with their blankets and everything. It's a good time.
Thinking of different ways to shank you in the corner with their heels and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I did find In-N-Out, Alex. I had to make sure that it was good.
Did you get the 4x4 like I told you?
No, I didn't see it on the
Oh,
menu and I got nervous.
Oh my god.
I got nervous. Well, okay, let's preface this with they wanted to go for Italian. So I had already had a pizza and like picked at some garlic knots. I'd already eaten a good bit of food.
Okay.
And we were on the way home, and I was like, all right, I can't leave Texas and not get In-N-Out or Whataburger. So we stopped, and I just got a double with, of course, no veggies. And then I had to try the fries, too. So I got those.
Okay, so you just got
But
In-N-Out.
I almost got Whataburger on the flight.
Oh, so you didn't even get Whataburger either?
I got In-N-Out, but I almost got it before the flight, but I had a huge like barbecue plate like right before I got to the airport, and I wasn't hungry. So
Okay.
I sympathize with the competitors.
What'd you think of In-N-Out?
It's really good. I think I'd give the nod to like Culver's over them for like fast food burger.
Really?
I think, yeah. I think quality of like In-N-Out was good.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was just mine, but my fries were salty as fuck. And so like the burger, I was like, okay, this is kind of like a salt lick. Like even with the sauce, I thought it was like overly salted. So it was good. I housed the whole thing. I didn't stop eating it.
Don't get me wrong. I finished the meal. It was I finished.
It was just a little saltier than I probably like my burgers. So I've got to give the nod to like Culver's. Five Guys might still be, if you count Five Guys as fast food, might be the GOAT.
Dude, okay. All right. I can't I want to trust your opinion on that, dude, but like the 4x4 will change your life, man.
And I didn't see it on the menu and I panicked and I was already kind of full.
They got like the secret menu shit.
Yeah, I didn't see animal style either, so I got nervous and didn't order that.
That's okay. I'll teach you one day how to get to 400 pounds, baby.
I want to do like I don't know if you guys saw Ian did a video of like he ate 10 chicken sandwiches, like spicy chicken sandwiches from 10 different places.
Yep.
And of course he felt sick. But I want to be the fat guy that tries 10 different burgers like from 10 different places. But I feel like you got to do it in like Texas where they've got like Whataburger, In-N-Out, or something like that.
I'd be down for that job.
Yeah, I'm and rate them all. Yeah, I'm in.
It sucks though, because like the first one or the first couple you'd eat, you'd have a quality rating, but then by like the seventh or eighth one, you'd be like, I
Well,
don't know about this anymore.
I watched his video. He did it right. He opened all 10, did a bite of every single one, and then put them in
Oh,
line first to worst. And then he like strategically chose like, okay, I'm gonna start with the middle burgers, then work my way towards like an end burger, and then have a really good burger towards the end. Like he had a strategy for it. But
that's smart.
the rating was fair because he did one bite from each burger before he got into the challenge.
Got it.
Well, he did chicken.
I think we should do it like a full day. So we like just go about our day as normal, but we wake up at 8 o'clock, have our first burger, and like, go through the day, like go to the gym, have a burger, work out, have a burger. Then well, hey, we'll go on a walk in a park, have a burger.
I like it.
Awesome.
It's a day of
Have a
burgers.
heart attack. Have a heart attack. Go to the hospital. Have a burger. Leave the hospital.
Sure.
Have a
A
stroke.
heart attack has to burn some calories.
It's the isn't that the Family Guy episode where he has a stroke? When Peter has a stroke.
I
Yeah,
remember when he has a stroke, but I don't remember what caused the stroke.
a bunch of burgers.
Dude, he had
Yeah.
like fucking 30 burgers or some shit because he had a mustache and he went into this because of the fucking McBurger town was on fire. I watched too much Family Guy. He gets free burgers for life. And then he houses like 30 fucking burgers and he just has a fucking stroke. I'm trying to remember.
I remember the
Yeah.
part of the
What is
episode.
See, season 8. How much you guys want to bet? I'm gonna look this up.
Oh, Alex, if you're right on that, that's fucking awesome. I feel like it was earlier than that, to be honest. I feel like I'm gonna guess season 4.
The best episode's the Stewie steroid episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Stuff
just
beat my-
messing with you, man.
It was season 6. Fuck, that was close.
Middle of both.
Damn,
Lost all your credibility.
it's fucked, dude.
And you call yourself a fan.
And I thought I could meme. What a liar.
Hmm.
Sorry, guys. I'm a failure. I lose weight
That's
on
great.
Thanksgiving. I don't know my fucking Family Guy episodes. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's just turn this into Alex's group therapy real quick.
Don't know what Christmas tree cakes are. Like this can go on and on.
Yeah.
You're right.
Tragic.
I'm gonna look for those at the store next time I go, and I'm gonna send you a picture and then see if they have them.
Zach did remind me how delightful they were.
I really need to know if you guys have them there. Like I'm curious now.
I have them for sure.
Yeah, I've never seen them until we talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Dude, if I didn't see them back in Washington, I'm sure as shit not seeing them in the middle of fucking Billings, Montana, dude.
It's Little
Yeah.
Debbie. Little Debbie goes everywhere.
Hey,
Yeah, but like, okay, you're saying like they're in like the middle of the store with like just all the other like regular baked goods and shit.
No, right
This
now
is
they're
the
on like
cookie aisle?
end caps. Like, here's all the Christmas shit.
there should be a cardboard pop-up.
Yes, with all the flavors.
I'll go.
They got
I'll go
like Christmas
for it.
brownie.
I'll go look for it, but I'm just saying, I ain't got shit.
You better look it up, see if it's there.
Yeah,
I was gonna look it up on Fred Meyer and see if it's on there.
dude. If Fred Meyer doesn't have it, just give up. Fred Meyer's got everything.
What do you guys think of Uncrustables?
I know Mike Van Wyck's on a kick, and they are delicious.
I
but
know, I know. That's why
I'd be fat as a house.
I'm cool with them.
I haven't had a bad one yet.
I already feel like a fat shit right now. So
You better
From
go
the
get
sound
one.
of it, yeah, I bet you do. Let's have a
Yeah.
steam bomb of pork before I hop on an airplane and fly halfway across the country. That
If it's
sounds
in Constellation, outside of airport, like the snacks that Southwest gives you, I haven't had a meal since like 11 o'clock today.
because you're so bloated.
It's exactly what it is.
Don't talk to me like you made a choice for goodness.
No, I did. The only choice I made of goodness I made is I was like, I should get Whataburger before I get on this plane, and then I was like, don't do it. Don't be that fat.
I would have washed down that barbecue real well, dude. Would have soaked up
Yeah,
all that
Whataburger.
grease for you. Just shoved it right down.
Right.
You know it'd go better with these meat sweats? More meat.
Dude, okay, but I shit you not. I swear to God, In-N-Out tastes exactly like Whataburger, so I really don't think you missed all that much. A lot of people
If
disagree
it
with
was
me on that, but
the salt was where it got me. That was where I was
Oh, goodbye, Kyle.
Oh, bye, Kyle.
Bye.
salt really did get him, dude.
Yeah, salt. Boom.
Uh,
I'm gonna text Brett. Make sure he's not having a seizure or a stroke.
I just bought some of the I bought some of the Christmas tree
God damn.
cakes
Yes.
on Amazon. On Amazon. I hope I like them because 3 boxes of 5, so a total of 15 cakes.
Oh, you'll like them. Yes.
Sweet.
That's freaking
What did
awesome.
I buy, honey? I bought Christmas tree cakes. Have you ever heard of them? Well, Zach here was telling me about Christmas tree cakes, and we don't have them here, and they have them down there, and apparently they're really good. So I bought some on Amazon.
We make cake pops.
We can make cake pops.
Ooh. I assure
Yeah.
you that if you don't like them normal and you make them with cake pops, you will like them.
Yeah. Hey, Geode, buddy, I love you, but can you
Oh my God.
uh, yeah. So, Zach, do you have anyone competing next year?
As of right now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a couple, maybe 6. That's it. Maybe I don't know, or 7. Oh, there's more. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a bit next year.
Yeah.
Probably we're gonna see how my young phenom does here first of the year, and then we may go to Junior USA, see if we can't make something happen there. I've got an older guy that's wanted to do Masters Nationals. I got a guy that's who's probably do bodybuilding unless he keeps training like a girl, and I'm gonna make him do physique. And I've got a natty boy that's I'll probably do this year. I think I got 2 girls, and then I got another classic guy. So should have a few, should be good. Should be good. It's enough that I'm like questioning whether I'm gonna try and diet next year. So I
Ooh.
thought about it. I got I'm kind of big. I went back on my own and rebranding everything, getting a website and stuff. So I've got that on my plate this next year too. So hopefully I do have a bunch of people compete and they do well. So be good.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I think if I have a lot of people compete, then maybe I won't want to spend money to compete. So, but I don't know. I still kind of want to. I did do something really cool today. So Matt has doing 15 to 20 minutes of hit cardio, and he told me I can just kind of do whatever I want to. So I do hit cardio with weights, functional type stuff. So today I did a 1 up to 10 and then back down to 1 of deadlifts at 225 and burpee bar overs. So I did 1 and then 1 and then 2 and then 2 all the way up to 10 and then
Gross.
back up to 1 in 20 minutes and 32 seconds.
Disgusting.
Oh my god.
I have
think
been
it keeps a little in my head.
starving ever since. So
Do you guys ever do like firefighter workouts at all? Like your crew? Like do you guys bunk up and do workouts at all?
I do a good bit, especially in the summertime, which they don't like us doing it in the summertime, but I completely disagree with that motto because that's the time you should do it the most because you're hot and you have to get used to that heat. But yeah, I would say in the wintertime I do less. But I do a good bit, whether it's just simply like so last shift I geared up and what did I do? So I rode the bike for 5 minutes. I flipped a tire and then did 20 sledge hits and then ran around with a high rise pack. So I ran it was like 300 meter, 200, 300 meters. Like I did like this big loop around our station. I don't think it was a quarter mile, but I did five rounds of that. And so I'm a big believer that you have to be in your gear to be comfortable in it. But I feel like you can get some of that same motion or notion just learning how to be uncomfortable. Because if you can be comfortably uncomfortable, you'll be okay in your gear.
Yeah.
Because that's where it all comes down to. It sucks. It weighs a lot and it's heavy and it's a sauna suit. But if you can be uncomfortable with your mind telling you that you don't want to be here, if you can be comfortable in that mindset, then you're okay. But some people have to get in their gear to get that. And so I try to push people to, but I don't know how it was out there, but sometimes just pulling teeth. So I don't know. Some people I can, some people I can't. I'm with Ryan today, the mustache man, and he owns a CrossFit gym. So we're doing something, always. It's always something on shift. His wife will come up here and we'll all three train or, something to stay moving. But yeah, I'm a huge advocate for it just because people don't want to get in it. And that's when the game time is. You need to be able to be okay in it.
Yeah, I was lucky, especially when I was at Marysville. They had a really good workout culture there. Like they had a bunch of CrossFit dudes and just a bunch of dudes that really wanted to get after it. Sometimes the workouts were almost too much.
Yeah.
Like they were fucking wild. And especially there was a few times when I was in prep and me being the younger guy, but I'd be like, hey, I'm trying to explain this prep thing. I can't just be doing that. They'd be like, well, what if we get a fire? What are you gonna say then? I'm like, oh fuck, you got me there. And so then
Well,
I would
obviously
do
I'm
it.
gonna do it then. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so, or when that was when I was 290 before, obviously when I wasn't prep, when I was kind of fat bulking and the gear's heavy plus the pack and trying to move around with 50 pounds of shit and we
Yeah.
would do a bottle workout. And so once you're done with your bottle, you're done. I would
Yeah.
house that thing in 10 minutes. And I'd be
Yeah.
rip it off and I'm like, I'm fucking done.
Yep. No, and it's the wildest thing is because I've been an athlete, I'm quote unquote athlete, most of my life, but I've always, fluctuated up and down in weight, but even playing baseball, I never felt heavy, even in a heavier weight. I just could smash the ball. But in gear, I feel I try to train like an athlete, but I can tell night and day differences in 5 or 10 pounds one way or the other. If I'm down 5 pounds, I feel like I got springs in my shoes. It's crazy. Just a little bit of difference that makes. When you start getting heavy, if I'm in a bulk and I'm really trying to push weight up, like 250 in a gear, oh my God, it is miserable. I hate it. Like it's just it was I think once I started figuring out like how much big of a difference it made, it was just wild to me. And maybe it's because it's the added weight, or maybe because it's hot and or your joints just don't move as well. I don't know. But like it's cataclysmic, like what 10 pounds does in your gear.
Yeah, for sure.
And I wish people had more of a culture like that. I'm jealous of that. Like, we kind of had that a little bit in my old department, but we did the same. It was kind of the same thing. Like we would go too hard. And like me and one of my buddies there, like it was basically like you go, I go. Like if he'd one up me and I'd one up him, and then I'd one up him, and so on and so forth. And like we got toned to a like full apartment fire in the middle of one of those workouts. And oh my God, I wanted to die. We were there for like 11 hours. It was so bad. But I feel like, like if I wouldn't have been training, like I would have been, if I was a bad piece of crap and didn't train at all, like I'm sure it'd have been just as bad, if not worse, than if I was training,
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong there.
Well, and it's crazy to like not to nerd out about firefighting stuff, but like the majority of line of duty deaths, I think, are heart attacks, right? Like
Oh, it's 80
yeah,
something percent.
yeah, like that's, and obviously you can have a heart attack and be healthy, but obviously the probability of you having one if you're unhealthy is a lot higher. And there's tons of people that either die within 24 hours of their shift, or they get toned out to a call, and that little adrenaline dump, like their heart just goes. So I think I think the workout culture in firefighting needs to be definitely a big part of it.
Yeah, because those guys, they have it here. Like it's
Yeah.
not the question of that. Like I'd be willing to bet that majority of people on shift that even don't do a lot of stuff, they're here. They got it. Like it's a lot of it's mental. But like if you can't go where you thought you could, or where you went 5 years ago because you haven't been there since then, that's where it all comes down to. And freaking
Yeah.
hearts just explode.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna
Alex,
say just being 250. Sorry, I was gonna say just being 250 in general already fucking sucks, let alone with all the fucking gear on. So
yeah, because I mean at that point, you're weighing 310. You're weighing 310 in gear. Like
yeah.
some of us are trying to get there, but like
Yeah.
some of us want to be 300 pounds.
yeah. What are you saying, Scott?
Well, that's what I was gonna say when he was like, I've always been lighter. Even when I'm heavier, I feel light on my feet. I was like, what do you feel about that, Alex? Because I've always felt fucking heavy no matter what weight I'm at. And I'm sure you might be the same being an offensive lineman, but I've always felt heavy no matter what.
Yeah, fuck. I was gonna say probably the majority of my life. I don't know about yours too, but it's like we've probably been over 250, 260 for like a long fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
the only times I've been below that have been when I've been a bodybuilding prep. Other than that, I've been above 250 my adult life.
right. So it's
So
like
you guys are
being
both, because you're six, Scott, you're 6'5", and Alex,
yeah, I'm tall. So it's yeah.
yeah. Alex, how tall
Yeah.
are you?
6'3" on a good day. Depends how
I mean,
compressed
you
I
got
am.
you got 3 inches, or 3.5 inches on me at least, and Scott's got 6.5. Christ, I don't want to meet Scott anymore. And like, so I mean, yeah, but I like a lot of it's probably my mind. Like I was so fat when I was younger. Like I was like 5'11", 6 foot, and I was 235, 245, 235, 240 going into my senior year, or going into my junior year of high school, or sorry, getting out of my junior year of high school. When I graduated, I was 148.
148?
Yeah. Like that was the
Holy
lowest
shit.
yeah.
Damn.
I lost about 80 pounds from the end of school as a junior to the start of school as a senior. I came back.
Holy shit.
Who I was. I was like
God
150.
damn.
Yep. And from that point on, like I made it like I wanted to be athletic and I wanted to be good at everything. And so like I've always tried to keep something, even through bodybuilding, I've always tried to keep something in to help me do that, whether it's been firefighting or I played softball like for a long time and or some sort of team sport, basketball, something like that. I've always tried to keep something in to stay athletic because I was a kid that couldn't do a pull up. I couldn't do a push up. I couldn't do a dip like through my entire like adolescent. Like I couldn't do anything. And then like I become obsessed with it and anorexic and running 40 miles a week and like all kinds of stuff like that. So like I went all the way the other way. And then that's why bodybuilding is such a great fit for me because it fits right in my body dysmorphia. And but yeah, so like I went from that life. And once I got there and was like, I literally, for 3 years, I did pull ups every day, as many as I could do every day, because I never not wanted to not be able to do a pull up again. Like, I was a little messed in the head for a little while, but probably still am.
You see where you fucked up. You should have called yourself an offensive lineman, and then you could have called yourself athletic, and then all your problems would have been fine.
Well, I wasn't. I was a fat pussy. Like I couldn't do anything. I was not. Like I was so bad. Like so bad. Like, it was. I had this like change of headspace when I lost all that weight. Like I went from being like the friend zone, like no confidence, hating myself, afraid of everything, to literally ain't care. I ain't care about nothing. And like it was a wild transformation. Like I was full on fuck it and like had like an invincibility complex. Like I could not.
Pretty boy was born.
And Pretty Boy was born.
Pretty boy complex.
That's not far from the truth.
So at what point in that journey did the mustache start to grow is the question.
That was way late. Way
Nah,
later.
damn it.
Yeah. I couldn't I'm like Kyle. I had a happy trail about this big, about that long under my belly button. Okay, until I started taking beer. I couldn't even grow. I had like a beard that would have like holes like everywhere. Like all I did was mutton chops. I had mutton chops like up till I was like 24. And so like literally would stop here and then nothing else would grow. And so then I started taking steroids and now I have to shave my back and everything. The only thing I don't want to shave, I have to shave my fucking job.
I was a skinny bitch in high school.
Oh, go on. Yeah.
Yeah. I was athletic, but I could house like 6 pizzas and not put on a pound. It was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott and I could probably look at a McGriddle and add like 15 pounds to her frame. Like it's fucking not even a thing.
It's really nice until you're like, man, I'm tired of being the skinny kid. And then you're like, I'm going to eat a fuck ton of food. And then you're like, I didn't gain any weight. I lost weight. This is great.
Yeah.
I think it took college. College, I broke
was going to try to find
pounds.
some high school too.
Into college.
Damn,
dude.
Yeah. 6'2". To put that in frame, I'm 6'2".
Damn.
Fuck yeah. So we're all pretty tall in here. That's good.
Yeah.
Taller than the average guy.
I'm the short one.
At 5'11".
5'11" and 3/4.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he's an angry elf.
Is that... Zach, did you just tell the girls you're 6 foot?
Yes, I tell everyone I'm 6 foot. Like I'm not going through the because then I'm
5'11",
telling you worse. Like I'm
3/4.
lying about a quarter inch. Okay, like I've lied about a lot worse things in my life.
Hmm.
No, because then I'm gonna say 5'11", and then it's not even gonna. It's just gonna come out 3/4, and they're go, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" And he obviously has a problem with this, and I just don't. So I just say 6 foot.
Clearly, he has a complex.
Yes.
I'm 5'11", but 3/4. There's 3/4 on there.
Another thing that bodybuilding brought me, I forever thought I was 6 foot, like right on the dot. And then I started bodybuilding. They're like, "Hey, let's measure you for classic physique. You're 5'11 3/4." God dang.
uh,
You got to do an inversion table.
yeah.
Right.
Uh,
Stretch out.
get that extra weight cap, that extra 10 pounds in a weight cap.
Well, I got to hit mine first. So
Oh,
since they gave us more weight, so made me think
Yeah.
about going back. We'll see.
my weight cap for my height is like 260 pounds. I couldn't imagine being an amateur classic dude at 260 fucking shredded.
60.
Yeah, it's like 260 or maybe if it, yeah, let me look.
That's a big boy.
I'm
There's
two
That's a
big fucking
I'm
boy.
219 now, under 6 foot.
Yeah. I was only 260 one time in my life, and I was fat.
let me see here. It's either, let me look. I know this is great podcast material, me scrolling here, but
At least you got the sex light in the background still going.
I know.
Bro,
Uh,
that gym I trained at, the lights like every 10 minutes,
Yeah, what
every light in the damn building would turn red for like 2 minutes, like pure red. And then it
why?
would just go back. I don't know, but it would probably be really distracting if you were in the middle of a top set and the lights just all turned red on you, or if they went
Yeah,
from red back to white. But literally the entire place turns red and then goes back to white.
aesthetics.
that
Yeah.
yeah, if you were doing like a squat or especially like a squat and you're really trying to focus on not getting fucking crushed, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden everything goes fucking red,
Yeah.
that would,
You think
especially if
your
you
eyes
didn't
are
know.
bleeding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you didn't know, like if you were just like going to train at that gym and you like as a guest pass, you're like, and I guess you wouldn't be throwing on heavy weight for just you might be, I don't know. And then all of a sudden it's red, you're like, the fuck is going on? Like,
I thought there was a red light special. Someone's about to like come out and tell me I won free pre-workout or something, but it never happened.
so 6'5", the weight cap is up to and including 253, which is still really big for an amateur classic dude. Like
Yeah.
I like to be in contest shape at 253 as an amateur is that's fucking wild to me. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a big
That's
boy.
a super heavy. That's a super heavyweight bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
probably a decent one. Like that's a lot of size.
Hmm.
Because
yeah,
Tav is 6'2", 6'2".
Yeah.
Tav, right at
He's
around
my height.
there.
He's
And he
6'2".
was like 263.
Big boy.
Big
Yeah.
fucking boy. Fuck. Yeah, I was gonna say how much is like Andrew jacked? Because he's like what, 6'2"?
Yeah.
I think
I don't know.
Tavish
he's probably
I've
260s.
ever stood next to.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go eat here and go to bed. It's getting late in my time. 7 o'clock is bedtime for me.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're up late tonight, buddy.
I know I've got to go get my CPAP on. Dude, that thing has been a fucking game changer, by the way. I don't know if any of you guys struggle with sleep or like potential sleep apnea. The last 4 nights, I've slept better than I've slept in the past year and a half.
Fucking awesome.
Like it's legit. Like it's a bitch. Like it's a nose piece. I have to tape my mouth shut, but it's like I wake up and it's like, oh, I feel normal. And I texted Alex, my last few lifts. I'm like, is this what you guys fucking feel like? Like this is how lifting is supposed to be? Like it was cool before, but like so yeah, I'm actually like weirdly excited to go to bed and put on my CPAP now as a
If you get in the
25
mood
year
in the
old.
middle of the night, are you gonna take it off? Or are you just gonna go with it on?
I'm about to say, how's your sex life? How's it affecting your sex?
How's my sex life before or after the CPAP?
Like, I just want to know: do you keep it on? Like, if you got your mouth taped shut, it's already in your nose. Like, are you just going at it with the CPAP on? I gotta know.
I haven't gotten there yet, but I mean,
Yeah, because I used to sleep have sex all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've done that. I've done that. I haven't done it with the CPAP yet. I think it would be a little freaky for my wife.
You need
and the
that
guy
extra
kind of
air. You
freaky.
need that extra oxygen going right there, dude. You
Yeah.
need to keep that shit on.
No one cared who I
Yeah.
was. I put on the
So
mask.
It's a new Pornhub category, CPAP.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up tonight.
Oh yeah,
It's just fucking.
Not on the Wi-Fi.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. So
Making fun
Yeah.
of a man's breathing disorder.
yeah, guys, jeez, no, there's kinks for disabilities. It's fine.
I want you. Hey, I do want this. If you get your blood work done, if you have to go get blood work done here soon, see
Yeah.
what your test levels are compared to what they were last time.
Yeah, I'm getting my blood work done in January. Well, and like we talked about, my test levels have been fucked up. So I bet they will be higher. Like I mean, I already feel stronger in the gym after 4 days. And I don't even care if that's placebo, but it's just yeah. So I bet my test is yeah. So
My
it's
buddy-
gonna be pretty legit.
My buddy that worked at the firehouse with me that I helped, I was like, dude, you need to go get on TRT. It was like low 200s, high 100. I think it was like he had 2 tests done, and one was like 220, and the other one, the more recent one, was like 180. And they put him on test. And so like they put him on at 250, and he came up to like, I think he was like 850, 900, which I mean, a lot better than he was. They put him on a CPAP, and they went back, and after 3 months, his test was 2200.
Holy
God
fuck.
damn.
Yes. So, and they like went through this whole thing saying that he was like something about because he was hyper oxygenating his blood, that it was carrying the test through a system more like better. It was I don't know how they explained it, but they
Are
they
you saying we all need to be on
test.
CPAP?
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
from the CPAP, and so they pulled him off test, and like simply being off test, he's back in the 700-800s.
Damn.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had never heard anything like it, and haven't since really. But like he showed, because I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's something wrong, and they're like, he said this is actually a thing, and he showed me the test results, and I was like, okay, well, I guess you don't need to test anymore. That's fine. But I mean, or you could just stay on and have 2200. That sounds great.
I like 2200.
I like 2200 better. He was like, I feel great. I was like,
I bet.
I'm sure you
Actually,
do. Yeah.
Now I want to see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we'll see.
I'm excited to see what that is.
No, I'm excited to see because like I monitor my blood glucose once a week. And like I think I've talked about here, it's always a little bit high. I'm excited. Like it was down 10 points today from last week.
Shit.
Last week I was like 95. Today was like 86, I think, or 85, something like that. So I'm excited. I'm just excited to hopefully be like, oh, I'm sleeping now. Like it's like Alex with his gut shit, right? Like, oh, I'm actually like processing the food. And for me, it's like now I'm sleeping. I'm excited to kind of see like the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm gonna get off. I don't know if you guys are staying on, but I'm gonna go to bed. So
Attaboy. You get out of here. I probably got to
See you guys.
soon.
Thanks, God.
bye.
Bye, buddy. It's pretty late for y'all too, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm tired.
It's 10.
It's 10.
Well, I mean, fucking Kyle's already in bed, so
It's up quick, bro. It's the only spot in my house that's like quiet. So I always just come in here to hide.
The
Poor
only
man.
place where there's it's the only place where there's testosterone in the entire house. There's some naturally occurring on that bed somewhere, and then some in the bathroom.
Exactly. I keep extra in case I need it.
Um, well, shit, y'all. It's been 2 hours. Your boys got to eat
Yeah.
again.
All right.
So
All right.
Man, enjoy.
It's been fun as always.
Yep.
keep doing this
Hugs
shit.
and talks.
All right. Y'all have a great night.
All right.
Later.
See ya.
Peace.